Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is your daily go getism number 593 for May 18th, 2016. Oh, I'm more uncomfortable. Good though. Tonight I want to talk to y'all about being backed into a corner. Being backed into a corner. What an uncomfortable position to be in. And you know, I think that there's probably a point in all of our lives when we feel like we've been backed into a corner. What separates all of us or any of us is how we handle being backed into a corner. Because sometimes we can be backed into a corner figuratively. In other words, we are put in a position where we have to make a choice to go one way or another, fight or flight, or we are backed into a corner literally, which means that somebody may have actually physically chased us and have caught us, and they're not playing around. So we either have to fight our way out of it, or we just gonna go into a shell, cover up, and hope that we live through it. Fear has a lot to do with being backed into a corner, because fear and lack of good decision making. Because if you made better decisions in your life, then you will probably hardly ever be backed into a corner figuratively. You know, being backed into a corner literally may or may not have anything to do with anything that you've done. You know, somebody could have been robbing you or trying to harm you, and you may have tried to escape and you may not have been able to get away. So they backed you into a corner and you had to handle your business from then on out. But like I said, what separates us is how we handle being backed into a corner. If you think about the times when you've ever been backed into a corner in your life, how did you handle it? What did you do? Did you come out fighting? Did you say, oh, you know what? I'm going to treat you like a cat does when you back a cat to a corner. If you've ever backed a kitty cat, I don't care if it's a kitten, I don't care if it's a big full-grown cat. If you back a cat into a corner, you got a fight on your hands. They don't take kindly to that. They would probably rather just go ahead and run from you, but if you take away their escape route, even though you may get the best of that cat, you're going to get bit and scratched up real good. And you ain't going to forget about it. And of course that relationship will be sour from here on in. But yeah, so do you handle it like that? When back into a corner, do you come out like, look, or do you back up? Oh my God, please, please. Choice is yours. And you know, whatever way you handle it is going to depend on the circumstances of which you've been backed into a corner. You got to handle your business. You know what I mean? We all have things that we have done in our lives that we regret, and we've all been put in situations where we wish we have done, we wish that we would have done something better to prevent us from being in the position that we're in. But we got to handle our business. So when it comes to being backed into a corner, make a decision in your life. You know what I mean? Because practice makes perfect when it comes to being backed into a corner. Because what it's really all about is decision making. If you're physically backed into a corner, do you make the decision to fight, or do you make the decision to cover up and take the blows? When you're faced with a decision in other areas of your life, like do you choose this one or do you choose that one? If you move this way, then this is going to happen to you. And if you move that way, then that's going to happen to you. But you got to choose one of them. And neither one of them are all of that good. But one is probably going to be better than the other. But you're not going to know which one is better until you make a decision. So we got to make that. Being backed into a corner, it sucks. But it's something that we may actually put other people into, in that position sometimes. It's a form of manipulation. Yeah, it's a form of manipulation. But hey, all manipulation ain't that bad. For example, when a parent is dealing with a child, there's sometimes times when you have to back your child into a corner, because sometimes they will try to get over on you, or try to make excuses, or try to get out of things, or try to lie to you, or try to play you, or try to do a whole lot of other things that really aren't good. So you have to back a child into a corner every now and then. You don't have to be mean to them. You don't have to yell at them. You don't have to. You definitely don't have to be violent with them. because more than likely you probably tried those things and they didn't work out so well. So probably what you need to do is you need to put the child in the position where they have to make decisions. And then we have to train them to be able to make sound decisions, well-educated decisions. But that comes through our parenting. And we get backed into a corner when it comes to our parenting too. Because if we don't make the best choices, or at least the better choices in parenting, then we bite the bullet for the success or the lack of success that our children may make. And sometimes if we make really, really bad decisions, the state comes along and takes our children away from us and puts them in foster care until we make better decisions with our backs against the wall, being backed into a corner. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember that being backed into a corner is not always a negative. I mean, yeah, it's not always a negative thing. Sometimes it's a positive thing. You know, because you may be pushed into a point in your life where you have to make the decision of whether to do good or whether to do really great. Because you might have it like that. I tell you one thing. The Urban Therapy with Son show is tonight. Tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight, May 18th. The show, differences between the way men and women see dating. You know, men hardly ever even use the word dating. Women say that they hate dating. Is there a difference between dating and going out on dates? Why do women hate it so much? Why do men say, yeah, it's all right, but still shy away from using the word to describe their involvement with a woman most of the time? What's up with dating? What's up with dating? Is dating strictly an audition to be together on a seriously committed level? Or is it dating? It just means that you're single and don't want to make any decision. You just freestyling. You know? Play in the field. That's how it's going down tonight on the Urban Therapy with Son show. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Call in number 347-677-1533. Or listen on the net at blogtalkradio.com/Son752. Holla at us, 8:30 tonight. You still got some time. Get with us, homie. Alright, y'all. Get with y'all later. Peace. Peace, peace, peace. Get back to a corner, y'all.